Welcome back, traders. Today is an absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful Thursday afternoon, and we're going to be getting into none other than stock ticker Nio. So make sure to slap the subscribe button, smash the like button, and let's get straight into this because nobody is covering Nio like we are, guys. The technicals, the fundamentals, all of the above. Nio Stock. We'll start on Webull. We'll diverge into TradingView. I really like taking looks at both of these platforms because they show different indicators, candles, and EMAs all in different ways, gap fills, right? And I want you guys to get every single perspective so you guys can kind of understand what I look for when I trade, right? All right, Webull. So you have gapped up here on the daily. You've traded 1, 2, 3, 4 candles above all green, mind you, and you have yet to test this golden cross. You had back-to-back beautifully bullish hammer candles, and I say beautifully bullish. Let's zoom in here. You've had a beautifully bullish, regular, plain, flat out 6% to the upside hammer candle. You then printed the next day a green inverse hammer candle. And this is gearing up to be a little bit more of a consolidative move before you get your full profit target, which, let's swap over to TradingView, has been steadily and consistently symmetrical, a stair step higher every single time, right? So I'm going to take that leg, take that leg, take that leg, right? It's been almost beautiful, but this leg would go on top of the flagpole breakout, giving you a profit target around 959. Now, what is so important about 959, guys? What's so important about that high 9 area? What have we been talking about on Nio Stock, right? You can go into Nio Stock and you can go to the weekly time frame like I'm doing here. I have the EMA set and you can see 945. Your weekly 200-day EMA sits almost perfectly at your profit target. It is a beautiful thing to see that technical confluence around our price target, guys. And it is a beautiful thing to see Nio consolidating with bullish hammer candles after a move up and a gap up like it's had, right? Because the last thing you want is some kind of, let's look for an example, right? Is some kind of gap up, failure to hold, retest. Although this was still bullish in this scenario, we have done exceptionally well at holding the highs of these candles. You can see it, right? Every single one of these pump candles have held pretty respectfully to the wick of the top, right? You can see this one's a full-bodied green, and even in the daily, right? Full-bodied green. So it's really a good sign of strength here by the Nio investors and institutions that you are trading flat. You are trading in a bullish manner at these elevated price levels above $7, guys. I cannot pound my fist on the table enough at how good this thing looks right now, especially being, right, you take your profit target and it brings you up perfectly to that 200-day EMA on the weekly time frame, right? I mean, look at that stupidness. It's so perfect, guys. It is literally so perfect, and it doesn't mean that it has to stop here, right? It could wick above. It could very well wick above and close beneath. I think that's the biggest thing is typically you could see these candle closes beneath the weekly 200, and I'll give you one example on another stock. We're gonna stay on Nio, but this is a stock I've been watching very closely. This was a bull flag breakout with a perfect profit target during a daily golden cross. I played this. I got in at 23. The US announced a partnership with Intel Corp, and then Nvidia purchases $5 billion, or they give $5 billion of assets to Intel Corp. Look at that wick above and the close below the 200-day EMA. That is a rejection on the weekly time frame. Although a bullish candle, it is saying to me that you are not yet ready to get above and close above this candle. You need that weekly golden cross, right? This sloping indicator is coming up. Let's get back into Nio, right, and show you Nio could very well do something like that on the weekly. You have this bull flag breakout, and that should take you directly into the 200-day EMA. Now you have the same exact setup here. A bull flag setup, a curling 50, and a downsloping 200, guys. Prices in between the two. Within the next couple of months, you should see something play out here on Nio, something extremely telling to show the stock's future moment and the stock's future momentum, right? You can see here how rapidly this 50 is now moving up. And even with the recent move up and how you've held it, this thing should curl even further and even more aggressively. This gives me inherent bullish sentiment on Nio Stock. I go to the daily again. You can see you have many gap fills to the downside. And if you pull this up on Webull, you can see exactly where they are, right? Those gap fills are my potential entries. I would love to see us come down and fill this 628 gap fill, right? Because the 50-day EMA on the daily time frame is now sloping at such an aggressive rate that those two things could happen at the same time. That could be technical confluence, right? But let's go over the RSI on Nio Stock, and let's go over what could happen, because Nio Stock RSI, guys, in case you don't know, Nio Stock RSI is right here. And what is this formation? Scream it. What is this formation? Comment it. What is this formation? This is a wedge or a bull pennant after a move forward in which you saw consolidation, right? And you've been in it approximately since this move. Now, these are touches, mind you, these are touches of bearish divergence, right? Let's check the graph. Let's check the graph. Yes. The answer is yes. These are touches of bearish divergence. See, I'm not perfect. I got to check the graph sometimes. I'm very interested to see, can Nio defy the odds? Because this is on the daily time frame. It's not going to be as aggressive, but it is there. And I would be doing a lackluster job if I did not cover this. You've made higher highs and lower highs on the relative strength index, indicating that this could be some kind of blow off top at 959 to 960. I do believe you're going to see the move up here. I do. But that could be your last bearish divergence. 3 touches typically spells for the moment and the time being, right? Before you see some kind of longer term consolidation into this inverse head and shoulders that we have been talking about. That just gives me more conviction that this could happen. In that fact, I would be accumulating the absolute frick out of this stock. However, I do believe you're going to get that move up here to 950 to 940, potentially even $10. But what is for sure is you've now put in 1, 2, 3 touches of bearish divergence, higher highs, lower highs. But if you break, guys, if you break this on some kind of news, on some kind of increase in volume, something crazy, right? Miracles do happen. This is a miracle. This is insane. This is perfect symmetrical stair stepping. if you break this, you could go to 83 on the RSI. You're currently at 68. Last time you were at 83 on the RSI was all the way back here in July 20, what is it? August, we'll call it August 1st of 2023. And you are at $16. Now, I'm not saying you're going to go to $16. Is it possible? Of course. But what I'm saying is, once you get into the bull zone, guys, price moves very, very rapidly and violently, right? In case you guys don't know, this is what we call the bull zone. Above 70 on the RSI means price is very overbought and that buyers are beginning to run out and beginning to fizzle out. But typically, stocks do move in their most violent fashion above 70, right? You can see the stock was above 70 here. That was your squeeze candle. Stock was above 70 here. That was your squeeze candle. That was your top. Whoops. I just absolutely tarnished that horizontal trend line. All right. Stock above 70 here. That was your insane, just absurd gap up and run, right? And these don't always mean tops, but a lot of the times they do. So be careful, guys. I preface this by saying be careful. Do your own DD. It's not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. Even though we've been right this entire time throughout each pump, this pump, this pump, and this pump, do be aware that this is bearish divergence. And we will have to continue to cover every single day on how this plays out. If you fall beneath this daily band here, there's a good chance that you're coming to this uptrend and support where you've made 1, 2, 3 taps. And if you break this, then I would anticipate you would come back to the midline of the RSI at 50, break below 50, and you're then going, do you have one more uptrend? Maybe. Yes. Then you would be going to this uptrend. Break that, and you're going all the way back down to oversold. And I think that would be an insane buying opportunity on Nio. An insane buying opportunity, guys. That's what these dips are. They are insane buying opportunities because Nio 2100. No, I'm just kidding. I am not that much of a bull, guys. I am such a bull. You will not find many people as bullish as I. But Nio 2100. I don't know if I'm that bullish. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it. It's a beautiful chart. It's a beautiful micro run. But there are so many things that you guys have to do before we muster up that kind of steam. And I'm for it every single step of the way. And I will be continuing to cover Nio Stock. So please, 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 please share the love, spread the love, subscribe, like, and tune in for the next couple of videos because I'm going to be going over, I could do a couple. I could do GameStop and AMC. I could do crypto. It's really, honestly, just up to what you guys want to know. And if you guys want more informational videos, I could totally do that for you guys. If you guys want what my trading portfolio looks like, right? What I use to diversify and how I diversify, right? Try not to over leverage because everyone always says don't put all your eggs in one basket. Although some people can get insanely lucky, I am not some people. I like a much more cool, calm, collected, and consistent. Consistency is king, especially in bull markets. This is our moment. This is our time for a lot of these risk on assets. So let's reap in it. Let's absolutely bathe in it. So thank you guys for tuning in again. God bless to each and every single one of your families. Get outside, enjoy the day. It's a beautiful day outside, and peace.